up Lutheran in the church, but never really connected with God. Really didn't find a place for God in our lives. In my early 20s, found addiction really bad. Eventually, it led to a first-degree arson charge in prison and hopelessness and all that. In prison, got back to going to church. During COVID, obviously, it was really difficult. And then I was given a chance at work release. So I was sentenced to 57 months, which is actually up in the beginning of December. And that chance ended up being Damascus Way. I have a lot of gratitude, and I'm eternally grateful for Dan Cepeda, because I actually wouldn't have made it through Damascus Way. So Dan had us go here and, willingly going to church and finding a home and acceptance with everyone here. After that, I moved out of the apartments and moved in with my sponsor at the time. And I kind of landed between an old using friend from many years ago that dealt drugs, and I landed between someone else that was actively using. So the house ended up, and it was all meth. And it was probably the worst spot to land me in. And so at that point, before that, I had started the Bible study here at Hope Summit on Wednesday nights with Lee Tapper. Just really good group of people, a lot of people in recovery. They could tell I was starting to slip because I was walking away from the Bible study and I was going more into addiction and using. It took me all the way back to the bottom, essentially not being able to live there and having to go back to Damascus, and which I'm really grateful for. That chance again. I kept coming back to church. Everyone in the Bible study in that church has now figured out that if you don't see me here on Sunday, and I haven't talked to Lee beforehand, that I'm probably out using. Getting back into the Bible study, again, I tried to go out on my own and live on my own, and then I relapsed right away in the first day of renting a house, and it took me a month to find a house. Essentially couldn't go to any of the sober houses, and Lee and Diane let me come stay with them. I've never seen anyone that has more Holy Spirit working in them than that man. Diane's the same way. I've never seen someone so full of Jesus in my life. So out of all things in my recovery, the most important two to me are actually Wednesday night Bible study and coming to church here on Sundays at Hope Summit. The connection is real, and I've brought so many people here, and I've told them, I said, you got to hear this sermon. It will touch your heart. The one-on-one connection you get here is huge. We have the men's breakfasts that are outgoing and would literally do anything for you. One of the other things that changed that last time, I didn't truly see Christ working in my life, and most of it was the fact that I was unwilling to open my eyes to it. And then I sat down and I thought about it for probably about 3 months, the fact that, I was baptized as a child in the Lutheran Church, and that was done my parents' choice. I had thought about baptism, and I was like, you know what? I need to accept Christ fully in my life. I need to quit holding on to past things. So I had made a decision to get baptized, and I wanted Lee to be the one to do that. And the weight that has been lifted by accepting Christ, and almost immediately after that, I've seen him working in my live. I have to go back and really give a lot of my gratitude to Lee, though, walking me through how Christ should live in my life and how he should work. So I put down that I needed, for the Christmas party, they give gifts and stuff like that, and I put down that I needed a pair of bibs and a hat and gloves, and someone from the church went out and bought me a $300 pair of the nicest Carhartt bibs anyone could ask for, and I was like, who does this? And I see the gifts that they give, and the people truly care out of love. Those are things that I wouldn't buy for myself, necessarily, and being out of prison, not be able to afford it. So, I'm truly grateful for that. I still have the bibs.